Hello everyone, I just wrapped up my Laura Mercier Summer 2012 coverage, but as much as I'm not wearing any drugstore makeup today, I did want to share with you my drugstore favorites because I did promise this video a while ago. And even though I called it a top 10, there are just a couple more products thrown in there at the very end because I didn't want to leave them out. So let's get started right away. My number one product from the drugstore these days is the Maybelline Line Stiletto Ultimate Precision, liquid eyeliner in brownish black and blackest black. And this eyeliner is about $10 at CVS, or at least the CVS next to me. And it is the closest dupe to the Lancome art liner I've ever found. And the Lancome art liner is my holy grail eyeliner. I love the felt tip liquid, and this has the most similar felt tip that I've ever encountered from the drugstore. The line is really smooth. It's a long-wearing formula. In fact, I even feel that this formula does just as well as the art liner, if not a little flaky towards the end. But for $9 as opposed to $32, this is definitely a steal, and I do go through a lot of art liners just because I do wear a really heavy winged cat eye all the time. This has been a miracle find. So I do thank Heart of Heart Defensor, if you guys haven't seen her videos on YouTube, for introducing this to me, because without her using it, I would never have tried it. So now for some eyeshadows, because I know a lot of you guys ask me what eyeshadows I like from the drugstore. My favorite powder eyeshadow from the drugstore is actually the Maybelline Expert Wear in Chai Latte. It reminds me the most of Tom Ford's eyeshadow quad in Cognac Sable, which is my favorite Tom Ford eyeshadow quad. And this one is nice because it has that shimmery color up here. It's a really nice warm color, and I'm actually not a huge fan of warm eyeshadows, but this one is very smooth and buttery and long lasting. These actually remind me of MAC eyeshadow. This is a really beautiful eyeshadow quad. It applies really well, very great neutral staple in my opinion. And for a more dramatic look, I really like the L'Oreal Hip Duo in Gilded. This is number 806. Again, this is a warm eyeshadow duo, but these shades are really smooth and pigmented, and the fallout on the black one, you do have to be careful with, but use a tissue underneath or put your foundation on later and it's not a problem. So I really do like this one as well. Now for the last two powder eyeshadows that I'm going to show you. These are the Maybelline, and lots of Maybelline in this video I think, Eye Studio palettes, Color Explosions. This is Caffeine Rush. I wore this before and a lot of you guys loved it. I think it was my first stylement video. I got a lot of questions about it. It's very natural looking. It's very reflective and shimmery, but it's quite beautiful on the eyes. Sorry, so much of a reflection there. And my favorite color is probably this one right here. It's more of a shimmery mauve. It actually reminds me a lot of Burberry's Rosewood. So a very nice one here. And for the brights out of this particular lineup, the Forest Fury, which was used in the ad campaign, is really nice. And again, I like this side's eyeshadow the most. It's a really beautiful shimmery medium green. Where did it go? There it is. It reminds me a little bit of Kush from Urban Decay. Since we have more green, I like the Milani Crystal Eyes Sparkling Eyeshadow. This is really fun. I have them in a bunch of colors, but the green one is my favorite, and I like to put it over a green eyeshadow. It doesn't irritate my eyes at all, and it has a very gel-like formula, so it's easy to apply, and it has a squeeze tube. Now for some more green. Define a Lash Waterproof Mascara by Maybelline is my favorite drugstore mascara. This is the only one that I found that is A, waterproof, so it holds up my lash curl best, and B, does not flake at the end of the day. I've tried a lot of drugstore mascaras in the last year, and still, even though this is one of the first ones that I've ever tried, this one is still the best. I really like the flexible brush head, and I like the shape of it, how it's thinnest in the center. I really do like it, and it is a very nice deep black color. I don't know why I just smelled it right now. I think I just wanted to see if it was expired. And these aren't drugstore products. You have to buy them at Ulta or online, but they're in the drugstore product price range. These are the NYX Jumbo eyeshadow pencils, and I really like to use these as bases. As you guys know, Leisha of X Sparkage loves Milk. This is probably one of her favorite products of all time, and it does work really well. The white helps other colors pop, and I like the baby blue one. I'm very partial to baby blue. I don't use it often, but I do like it on my waterline and my lower lash line. I couldn't get that word out for some reason. And as you guys know, I've been obsessed with L'Oreal lip products recently. I've been talking about them on Twitter, especially because oh, sorry, my alarm's going off. I have an appointment. This 218 Rose Elixir Color Riche Balm with an SPF of 15. I've been using this one a lot. My favorite is still the Coral, but this Rose Elixir is pretty good. It's almost sheer with just a touch of pink. It neutralizes the mauve in my lips just a little bit, and you can see the pink lean. I do really like this formula. It doesn't make my lips peel. I do have to reapply a lot, but I still like it, and it's my favorite drugstore lip product of all time. That's it. This is the one lipstick that I will continue to buy, and I have 4 or 5 of them now, so that says now I have the Le Gloss Color Riche, which is, you know, which launched at the same time, similar packaging. This one just comes in a tube because it's gloss, and it has a slanted tip, which makes it pretty easy to apply on the go. I really do like the packaging of both of these products. It's nice. It's very nice for drugstore. And I like the Red Ravishing. I had the bright pink one as well, but that one didn't really neutralize the mauve in my lips, so it looked more like a fuchsia pink as opposed to the bright, like juicy watermelon pink that it looked in the tube. So Red Ravishing works really well for me. It gives my palette a really glossy, plump finish, but it wears off within the hour, so I have to reapply this like crazy. So that's the only downside. Otherwise, I really love these glosses and I highly recommend them. Again, neither of them make my lips peel, and they're some of the only products, not just even from the drugstore, some of the only products that don't make my lips peel in general. Now for the one face product from the drugstore that I love. This is the Physicians Formula Mineral Wear Talc-Free Mineral Face Powder in beige. Whew, long name, so I shall just hold it up for you so you guys can see for yourselves. I adore this powder because it reminds me a lot of Cargo's Blu-ray powder, and I use this to set. I wouldn't wear it alone. It's pretty sheer in coverage, which is great for setting foundation, but you can build it up. Just be careful not to build it up too much because it does look a little powdery even though there's no talc in it. So the color works really well for me. I can still pull it off right now, but I do think even though it is very expensive for a drugstore product, about $15 I think I paid for this, it's still worth the money because it gives a really nice even finish. I haven't found a liquid foundation from the drugstore that I love enough to feature in this video. I do like the Revlon Color Stay, and right now I'm using 310 Warm Golden, and I use the one for oily skin, but I don't like the way this smells, and it doesn't come with a pump, so I'm not going to technically include it in this video even though I just showed it. Anyway, last but not least, 2 products that you guys already know that I've been loving because I featured them in favorites videos before, and I do apologize for talking this quickly. Normally I wouldn't do that, but I do have an appointment in the next 10 minutes, so I need to wrap this up. This is the Color Tattoo by iStudio. This is also Maybelline. I'm only going to show you Toughest Taupe today because I've already featured a lot of these. My favorite is the gold one, or the bronze one. I can't remember which. Bad to the Bronze, I think. And I love these as bases. The taupe one initially was my favorite, but it's really drying, and I do feel like I have to use a moisturizing eye base for this to look smooth. So as much as I like it, Bad to the Bronze is my favorite. But even more than that, I like the Infallible by L'Oreal eyeshadows. These are the 24-hour wear, I think. And my favorite is Bronzed Taupe, which is this one. I featured this several times already, and I like to wear this one alone because it has a nice, slightly frosty finish, and a lot of people liken these to Armani Eyes to Kill silk eyeshadows, but as smooth as these are, the Armani is definitely a better overall range because of the uniqueness of the colors that they offer. And the one downfall of the Armani Eyes to Kill range is that they didn't have a true taupe like this, and so that's why I love this one so much. I also have Continuous Cocoa. I think it's Continuous Cocoa. It's a matte dark brown. It reminds me a lot of Laura Mercier's Black Coffee eyeshadow, but in more of a, less of a traditional form. I like that one a lot too. So the Armani Eyes to Kill, they're all very metallic, and I think out of the range, out of all the ones that I own anyway, Bronze Taupe is the most metallic and most true to the Armani Eyes to Kill range. But other than that, there aren't that many similarities. I own a lot of the Eyes to Kill, so that's why I can give you that personal experience statement, just because I have, tried so many of both now. And that is a wrap for my drugstore favorites. I know it wasn't that long, but I hope it was somewhat helpful. Anyway, I really do have to go now, so thanks so much for tuning in. And if you have any drugstore favorites that you think are so awesome that you think I should probably try, then let me know. See you all very soon. Bye.